All opinions on the show are our own because we're some grown-ass men.
Welcome to another episode of the Team Lift Otaku Lounge with your hosts Zane Lopez and Roger McDaniel. Let's get right into it.
All right, everybody, it's your boy Coach and Zane, and we're back at it here again for another episode of the Otaku Lounge. Got another installment. Yeah. Man, how you doing, bro?
I'm fantastic.
All right, man. Good deal, man. Good deal. We are going to do a little something off the beaten path. We're still getting emails from people. Pick an anime for us. Also, shout out, got an email today from my homies over at the Next Crew. Want us to come on and do an episode for them, doing the same thing, making more anime picks for guests.
Oh yeah.
So we're going to set that up for next week sometime. I just need to, we'll talk about it off air, get your schedule set up. But shout out to those guys. They're wanting to have us on the show. We got a couple of podcasters that are trying to get us on their show.
Yeah.
So we want to thank everybody that's been listening and giving us an opportunity to come on their show and share our love of picking anime for people. And our extensive anime knowledge.
Forcing it down there.
Yeah, I mean, I never thought watching all that anime was going to pay off like this.
I mean,
it paid off.
If you have a talent, you can use it and exploit it and make something of it. So, sitting down on your ass and watching Japanese cartoons could be a talent.
Yeah, it is, definitely. I was just looking at my list, man. I was on my anime list, and if you guys don't have an account there, definitely suggest getting one. I love tracking everything that I've been watching over my lifetime. And when I was over there on the page, I noticed that I am now, as of this week, at 265 anime, 3,512 episodes, and it would take 55.83 days to watch all the shit I've watched.
Brandon would say that's some weeb shit.
Oh, that's so weeb shit. I would say that's some weeb shit.
I need to start going through and plugging in everything I've watched in the past.
Oh, yeah.
Because I only have this year's anime that I've watched plugged into mine.
No. Plug it all in. And bro, if you get a chance, just plug all of it in. Like, I had to put it in this week. I finished off the Monogatari series.
I'm jelly.
Yeah, man. I had a blast with that. Owari was my last thing I needed to watch. There's actually one more thing. There's one more thing that tells the story after Owari, technically.
Well, yeah, they have like Zuko Owari, which is it's just still like not even confirmed in production yet, but it's part of the novel series. So.
Yeah, man. So but I'm just saying, basically, I feel good where I'm at right now.
Yeah.
So, man, we definitely got some stuff to get into here today. It's not even really technically an anime episode. We're going to talk about Japanese music.
It's kind of anime because we're gonna go into some music in anime, some anime music, some anime that used music in a certain way, and some anime that didn't really use music, but it was still kind of there. So
yeah, this one's gonna be all over the map.
Yeah, this might be the first true like broad otaku lounge talk.
Yeah, this is definitely going to cover a lot of topics. Here's the weird part. I actually own music that I had to go hunt down because I liked the anime.
Yeah.
Like, I watched an anime that I kind of hated, but the opening song and sequence was so good that I watched it every week for 12 weeks just to finish that series off. Just because that opening song was so freaking good.
It's not the same reason that you're keeping up with Fox Spirit Matchmaker, though. You're just too deep.
No, I'm too deep. No, it's just like, I just got to see how this shit fest ends. I'm just in it till it ends now. Let's go ahead and get into this. I know you probably came with a couple of good ones, man.
Yeah, I mean, I wanted to, kind of like how we suggested shows for people, if, people are into anime, but they don't quite know a lot about Japanese music. It's actually a really badass industry. Like, they have some amazing talent there. And I know in like Western music, we have a lot of fucking nuances. A lot of like the same goddamn sound effects spread throughout, like pop music has this damn ooh-ee ooh fucking sound effect that's in like every fucking chorus, and it drives me nuts because that's basically what makes that music like catchy and hip, because people can remember that tone hop and they remember that chorus, and then they're like, this is my favorite song of summer, and it happens every goddamn season, every goddamn year for the last like decade. So Western music I'm kind of like turned off of, unless it's like reggae, punk rock, like that's my jam here. Mm-hmm. But in Japan, ever since basically ever since watching Your Name and discovering Radwimps, I have gone down the rabbit hole of Japanese music. Radwimps is literally, I've mentioned it before on the show, I think twice now. This will be the third time. They're basically the reason that I've gotten into Japanese music a lot. Like, I don't even, I on my way to work, on my way home, on my way here, I was just listening to Japanese jams. They don't really have a bad song, I couldn't say. And they're actually all over the map musically. Like, they have a fucking R&B sounding song that sounds like Japanese Jason Mraz, and it's like a love song to his unborn daughter or something like that. It's so sweet. And there's English chorus, so people who are getting into Japanese music for the first time could actually listen to this and understand half the damn song. And it's called Tummy. So look it up if you want. Radwimps, spelled exactly how it sounds, RADWIMPS, and then look up Tummy if you want to get into them.
Are you saying tummy like belly?
Like a belly, because that's where the baby is.
So TUMMY.
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 Yeah.
That's damn near too cute. I almost got diabetes from that. That's too cute.
It's a good song.
Okay. Okay, let me ask you this. If somebody was asking, hey, man, what's a band in America that the Radwimps sounds like?
I would say they're kind of like a mixture of well, see, they do some. The hard thing about them is like I said, they're all over the map. Like, they play poppy music, they play some rock, they do the Your Name soundtrack, which was literally like orchestral, pop rock, electronic rock. Like, they were all over the place in just that movie alone. So I can't really place them under anything. Their lead singer has an amazing range. Like, not like who is it? It's not Mariah Carey who has like a million octaves, right? It's another lady, but I forget who it is. One of our American lady singers. But he has a range, and his voice, he can go from like really like peppy, like almost punk-ish kind of like singing. He does he does English and Japanese vocals, like alternates easily. He actually, I believe I read that he either grew up or went to college in California, or he was like partially in California for a lot of his life. So he like knows English. That's actually part of the cool thing about the Your Name movie soundtrack, is that all of the lyrical songs have Japanese and English versions, and he just wrote that himself. Like, and the translations are pretty much direct translations with a couple of changes here and there, because not everything translates perfectly. But yeah, if somebody asked me that question, I could not just say, yeah, they sound like that. They have a...
I can.
Who?
Totally easy. Like the Goo Goo Dolls and Coldplay.
Actually, funny you say that. I believe Coldplay is actually one of their inspirations.
Yeah, no, like totally. When I listened to that Your Name soundtrack, the first two bands that came to mind are that pop rock feel of a Goo Goo Dolls, especially around like, Iris and all of that, and Coldplay.
Yeah,
I definitely feel that.
I can see that from just listening to that soundtrack alone.
That soundtrack.
But after I've branched out into all of their music, they are really, really all over the place, and they are so fun to listen to. Yeah,
they definitely. Well, I mean, I don't know how much you listen to a lot of Coldplay, but Coldplay has done some really weird stuff with their career too. And so a lot of times when I listen to their other music, I definitely get that feel that they're growing as artists and they're not scared to try new stuff. But they definitely, if I was going to give you, hey, the majority of their pop rock songs, or if you're a fan of the Goo Goo Dolls or Coldplay arena rock, you're going to find a song these guys are doing that you're going to freaking love.
And if you don't
You'll probably
rock,
like it more than those two artists.
I think I honestly do, but that's because I'm like pretty much tired of Western music.
I love all music. Yeah. I'm listening to Western and Japanese. It doesn't matter to me. I own so much crap. It's not funny.
I can't own any of it. I got that subscription.
Bro, I'm a buyer still. I'm so old school. Like I have gone away from buying, CDs, but I'm a singles guy.
Yeah.
If you make a great album, I will go buy those great albums. But man, that's a good one. I think the Radwimps definitely needs a lot more respect. Such a great band.
Yeah, no, they got my support. Another kind of group, kind of like them. They're in the market of doing stuff with anime and as well as having a really awesome career on their own, I would bring up All Off. We got to see them recently at San Japan.
Can we just shout out All Off put on one of the best fucking shows.
Yeah.
And here's the thing.
Yeah.
You guys totally were not hyped to go see that show with me.
I didn't even know who they were at first, but I haven't seen any of the anime that they played in, but that's also because those anime are years past, and I'm like we discussed before.
So true. I mean, like, I've been watching everything. So I knew the song for Heavy Objects.
Yeah.
I knew the ending song for Mob Psycho 100.
Yeah, that's actually on my list. I need to watch that one soon.
So I was watching these as those series aired, and so I love those songs. You know, I was listening to all these songs and going, my God, these songs all kick ass, and all those songs just kicked ass to me. So I knew what I was going into for All Off. And I was like, we have to go see this band. I have their videos. I have their songs. I have to go see them. And Reed, and you were looking at me like, who the hell are they? And I was like, just trust me.
Yeah, no, they were rocking.
Oh my God, that show was so good. They lit San Antonio on fire.
And we won't talk about any more than this, but I got eagle eyes.
Huh?
Nothing. We'll talk about that in the Otaku Lounge Facebook group then.
Oh. No, I was just going to say I love that show. The show was amazing.
Their show was amazing. I liked how I've been to a lot of live shows. Pretty much everybody puts on an encore. These guys made you wait. Like, people were shouting one more song for probably like 4 minutes straight.
Oh, no, that place, they went insane. And this was part of San Japan, so we're talking about this. A lot of people may not know. San Japan, big anime festival here in San Antonio every year. They always have the American artists, and then they have the Japanese artists. And on Friday night, the American artists, we interviewed them. They're going to be on some future episodes on our YouTube channel. Kieran Strange. Love Kieran. He's amazing. And then All Off was the Japanese artists.
Yeah.
And like I said, if you listen to the ending song for Mob Psycho 100 or the opening song for Heavy Objects, you're familiar with All Off. They are straight up rock.
Yeah. I actually started just a random radio station on Google Play, just cycling through music that's like them, and I haven't been disappointed. I'm hearing a lot of stuff that I listened to before, but I'm also hearing some new stuff. So that's one of my favorite things about this is whenever I discover a new band that I really, really enjoyed, I get opened up to like 2, 3, 4, 5 dozen more groups.
Yeah, I have some personal picks.
Bro, my library of stuff is pretty amazing.
Yeah, I have personal picks. I will throw down with you anytime on those. If you like All Off, and what I tell everybody is if you really enjoy that band, some of the bands that I really like are like Frederick, Asian Kung Fu Generation.
Frederick makes amazing music videos.
Yeah, Hemingway.
Yeah.
I'm going to send you Hemingway, Lime Tree, so many great bands out there. Angry Frog Rebirth, who I played for you in the car. Yeah. That one day, and I'm big fans. I love Japanese rock, man. But then again, I'm an old school guy. I used to love metal, used to love pop rock. I'm all about that. So if you give me a great rock song with great instrumentation, I don't need to hear what you're saying. Yeah. Your lyrics will speak to my heart, man. The music just speaks to me. I love it. So definitely tell me something about All Off, man. After you got into it, what'd you think?
I think that we need to push people to support them. And that's not just saying like that because I have nothing else to say. I really don't have anything else to say. But also because their San Japan show was their last official show before they take a hiatus. And if they get a lot of support while on hiatus, I think they could be coming back sooner than they might plan to. Or, I don't know what the reasoning for the hiatus is. I doubt many people do, but they talked about at the show, like San Japan was their second only ever Western or American show. And they loved it, and everybody there loved being at the show. But it was also their last show until they went on hiatus. So all I can add to that conversation is support the fuck out of them.
Oh yeah,
get these guys back in the groove. Whatever the stuff they're going through that makes them need a hiatus, even if it's just a break, that's cool. But I want to see them come back to the States.
Well, my thing with this a lot of times is you hear a lot of these great bands, and they don't have to leave out of Japan to make the money.
Yeah.
They can tour through Japan and they're killing it. Where a lot of US artists have to tour consistently and hope to go overseas, they don't have to leave out of their borders to get money. And a lot of times their music isn't available outside of the border. So it's really hard sometimes to get a lot of, like All Off is one of the bands where we've gotten lucky, and everything that they have made is also available on the US iTunes market and the Google Play market. But definitely hard. You're not going to walk into a Walmart or, a Hastings or Best Buy and find their CD on the shelf. You got to go dig for their stuff.
Yeah, no, they're available digitally pretty well, but I'm not sure how easy it'd be to find them at like a Hastings or something, if those even still exist.
Yeah, I don't think they do. I don't even know. But
it's like the new Best Buy, just like Blockbuster. Sorry, the new Blockbuster. Just there's like 2 left.
If they're out there, I want to know where they are. I do.
I only had one more kind of like regular band that does anime stuff suggestion to people. This one is a hard to get name because it's very long.
Okay.
The whole band name is Kisira Kyodan and the Akeboshi Rockets.
That is a long ass name.
That is a long ass name. The reason that I like them a lot is they're kind of in the same boat as All Off. They're very like hard rock, very, very, very energetic hard rock, and like super, super, super fun to listen to. Like I love every single song by this group. And they started off as like a solo guy, or I think it may have been a solo girl, just doing covers of anime music's openings, stuff like that. The group built up. Eventually they started doing original, and then they made their big major debut by doing the opening the opening theme for High School of the Dead. So if anybody's ever seen that show and they remember the opening theme, that's Kisira Kyodan and the Akeboshi Rockets. And they jam. Like sometimes I'll look through my playlist before I start driving and I'll see like what all is queued up to play in my radio, and I like skip to this group to start off my drive jamming because they are fucking awesome.
Whoa, okay.
Yeah.
I actually don't remember that song.
No?
It's been a while since I watched High School of the Dead.
I've never seen it, but I've also seen plenty of I'm not sure if they're trolling reviews or not, but I've heard that it's kind of trash. Like it's pretty much just zombies and boobs, like that's what I hear.
They're not wrong, but I enjoyed it. It like as far as action and it being an interesting story, I really did enjoy it.
Zombie boobs in the Matrix, actually, because of the like slow motion scenes.
They're not wrong. I hate to say that, but they're not wrong. If somebody asked me to describe that show and somebody came up and said zombies boobs in the Matrix, and I'd be like, yeah, that's pretty accurate.
Maybe throw in the High School there and done. That's just the cherry on top.
Yeah, just zombies boobs Matrix in a high school. Zombie apocalypse boobs in the Matrix in a high school.
All right, I may actually watch it.
I liked it.
Actually, I probably will watch it just for the sake of seeing how the intro looks. Because, like I said, I love these guys.
Bro, I'm going to tell you right now, if you watch the first episode, you're finishing it.
Is it like that?
It's good. Like, a lot of people will say, it's trash. It's super trash. But a lot of people will finish the whole damn series. They finished the series.
Yeah, I'll put it on my, like, to-do list, but it's not going to... right now, we're going through so many shows. I have to catch up on a lot of things and trying to clear out certain, backlogs. So I'll probably put that at the end of the backlog because I don't know how many listeners are part of the Facebook group, but everybody in there knows that I am starting Clannad and have gotten 7 episodes in, and it's starting to get a little filzy, but not quite like I want to die. But I hear that I'm going to want to die by the end of this, so we'll see. But yeah,
that's a great.
Clearing
let's
up my
talk
backlog.
about that. So it is the Team Lift Otaku Lounge page.
Yeah, if you just search Otaku Lounge and then put in parentheses Team Lift, it should pull up the page right away. I believe it's the only Facebook page that's named Otaku Lounge as well. But yeah, if you just search Facebook groups, search for Otaku Lounge, hit the join button. I believe it's just an open group. Like we don't have to approve join requests. So yeah.
Yeah, if you want to come in and talk anime and listen to us weeb out all week.
Oh, and if you love salt, just come on in because there's a lot of salt being thrown around, and it's good salt. It's salt with a little sugar,
Yeah, we do give each other a hard time. I love it. I actually, speaking of working out backlog, Saturday I finished a series that you talked to me about.
What's that?
Getsuyobi no Tawawa.
Getsu no Tawawa.
Tawawa on Mondays.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's right. That's
yeah,
right. That ecchi like 4 minute per episode show.
Yeah.
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 Was it the A-chan?
Yeah, I-chan. Yeah, I-chan. So, yeah, the anime follows a salaryman who has a chance meeting with a girl named I on the train. They begin to meet every Monday on the train, with the man serving as her bodyguard on the crowded commute while they chat.
Yeah.
He just keeps her from being molested on the train, and they form a kind of weird, travel relationship.
Weird travel relationship. That's the kind of relationship I want to form with somebody whenever we go to Japan. Just a weird travel. Like, it's only there. The relationship only exists while I'm traveling in Japan.
Yeah, I do not want a relationship like this at all.
I'm just kidding, guys.
No, you're not.
Hey, I'll at least get a number and we can talk. Don't look at me like that.
I feel like Japan is going to be horrible for you guys.
No?
No, here's why. Because I really feel like two of you are not coming back.
Oh, yeah. No, definitely not.
I think two of you are going to end up having kids over there, and we're just going to have to be like, you got to make it right. You got to marry her now.
I'm not against this.
No, that's the problem. Nobody on the trip except me is against that idea. I'm the odd man out on this trip. Okay, all the people we're going with.
We're going to lose Reed in Korea, but, everybody else, Japan.
Everybody else is gone. Yeah. I will be the only person that goes to Japan and comes back without a wife. Everybody else is coming back married or with a kid.
I was going to say, if not with a wife, then probably a waifu pillow. But,
Y'all are coming back with real women. I feel like this is going to go horribly wrong.
Wait, how is that wrong? That's horribly right.
No, this is why I had to get my own room. I'm just not going to wake up to, hentai sound effects in my sleep. I'm just not going to wake up and see y'all trying to rail on some Japanese girl. I'm just not doing that.
This is so terrible. I'm sorry for all of our listeners in Japan.
Yeah, no. Hey, look, I'm telling the truth about our listeners in Japan. We love you. Some of the guys we're coming to Japan with love your women a little too much.
Bruh,
nothing. Bruh, nothing. I'm warning people before we get there.
Man, y'all didn't see it, but there was this big bus that just come by, and Roderick just pushed me under it.
I didn't push you under it. I said, see, you jumped under the bus right there. The bus was coming down the street. I didn't tell you to jump out there. I didn't put your name in the mix. I just said some of the people we're coming with. That could have been anybody in the group. You notice I didn't even say no names.
Uh-huh.
I wasn't going to put them out there like that. But it's a huge group we're going to Japan with.
Yeah, a lot of people.
And it's all guys.
Yeah.
And I'm the only one that's saying, hey, man, let's go do the Mario Kart thing. Hey, let's go to the Monster Girl Cafe. Hey, let's go to the Gundam Mall. And everybody else is like, hey, bruh, does anybody know how long it takes if I get married to get legalized? I'm like, bruh, what? What? We having a different trip.
Yeah, no lies. If I find a cutie in Akihabara who's into my ugly ass, I'm bringing a ring. I'm gonna find like a little ring pop or something,
You doing it? You going in?
Little weeby ass little marriage proposal. No, I am joking, but I'm also like, man, what if?
Yeah, no. I seriously expect two of y'all not to come back.
I don't expect to do the stereotypical anime fall in love in 2 seconds bullshit though. I'm way too serious, actually. Contrary to the show and how I act on the show, I'm kind of, what's the word I want to think of? Tactical and logical. I think shit through usually.
Yeah, that's true. You do, but man, I'm still.
I don't know about Japan being a trip to end all trips, but
yeah, I don't know.
We got derailed there.
Yeah, we did. That's ADD. That's anime ADD kicking in again. All right, cool. So,
want to talk about some anime that features musics?
Yeah, let's do that.
Because there's so many different ways that we can talk about this. We got the idol animes, we got the light rock, K-On! Animes, we got the classical music animes, we got the jazz, we got the anime that features jazz or hip-hop, Shampoo or Afro Samurai.
Well, let's start there. So we got anime that definitely was influenced by hip-hop.
Yeah.
Now, Samurai Champloo, I think, is probably one of the most known ones.
It's probably like one of the most popular, even among non-anime like super fans.
Oh yeah, no, people know Samurai Champloo. I mean, it was very hip hop in its influence. Its art style was so different.
It almost didn't feel like an anime at times, except for the fact that it was an anime.
Yeah, but it was probably one of my favorite as far as like shows go. Like, it was one that really brought me back into the anime fold, where I was like, I have to devour so much anime after watching it. The thing I liked about Champloo was, for that 26 episodes, that the hip hop soundtrack was amazing.
Yeah.
And you had Nujabes.
R.I.P.
Yeah, R.I.P. man. Great hip hop DJ, international DJ, was well known in the hip hop community in the U.S.
Yeah.
His albums, the vinyls for those albums, can still fetch up anywhere to hundreds of dollars right now if you try to go find them. And iTunes, for the longest time, did not have the rights to those albums. You could not get them. And they finally got those rights here within the last 2 years, and all that music's available on iTunes now, which I think I probably got happier about that more than anybody, So it's definitely, I'm pretty happy about all that. Man, Nujabes was just a great guy, and he died too soon, but he left us with so much amazing music. There was actually another show I was watching, and I don't think a lot of people watch this show, but Tonkatsu DJ Agatoro.
Not seen that one.
That is on it was on Crunchyroll probably about 2 or 3 seasons ago.
Yeah.
I know I sound so congested still. I'm just getting over this cold, but it was a show about a kid who wanted to be a hip hop DJ, and his dad owned a tonkatsu shop, the yakitori and frying the pork steaks and stuff with the salad. And he found out how cooking and DJ mixing, how they were all, he kind of related his cooking abilities to help him be a better DJ.
You know what's crazy? That reminds me of the Tatsuya brand here in Austin. Mm-hmm. The Ramen Tatsuya was formed by a pair of DJs and one of their brothers.
Wow.
So it's a three-man crew started the Ramen Tatsuya brand, and 2 of those guys were like good friends, and both of them, I believe, were DJs. Or at least one of them, no, I think both of them were DJs. I know one for damn sure was a DJ. The other one I think was a DJ, but all of them have like lived in America, lived in Japan, and come back and forth, and they just decided to settle down Austin, Texas, and start like one of the best fucking ramen chains that we have in the state. And that just what you were telling me about that show right now just reminded me of them and their story, because they're hip hop DJs that started a fucking ramen chain.
Well,
and the Kimuri, right? I think it's Tatsuya Kimuri, I believe. Yeah, they also have that new offshot restaurant.
Yeah, I would tell you this. If you get a chance, it's on Crunchyroll. They're like maybe 9-minute episodes. I had so much fun with this series. A lot of hip-hop history and DJ history goes into it. And it just tells the story of, being a DJ and the feeling of getting the crowd motivated and moving the crowd and learning how to mix. And it was a love song to hip-hop music. And it was probably one of my favorites that I watched at the time. The animation style is really kind of ugly. Mm-hmm. It's almost like a Shin-chan kind of ugly anime. It's not really, you know what I mean? Like Shin-chan was really ugly drawn, but it was just freaking hilarious.
Yeah.
And it wasn't there to, impress you with this great artwork and shadow.
It was just like the greatest poop humor ever.
Yeah, it was just like, hey, this is terrible animation, but you're not even going to care 5 minutes in. Same thing. I cared more about this story and the people in it. Tonkatsu DJ Agarato is definitely, Agarato was just great show.
Yeah, I'll throw it on my list.
Definitely. I'll send you some links on that one.
What else you got?
I'm going to go with this. Like, we always talk about idols on this show.
Yeah, well, maybe a little too much.
Well, we've had idols as guests. We had Martha Colbin, who's probably one of my favorite guests, man.
Yeah.
for our anime roundtable. She was so funny and she was so much fun. And that show will be going live on our YouTube here in the near future.
Maybe even before this show. We'll see.
Yeah, we got to see where that's going to fall, man. Hopefully it's going to be in the near future because we got a great episode with her. And she, oh, wow, I don't believe I yawned. She's part of the Texas Idol Festival. You know, she does that whole thing with those guys. And
yeah.
Galaxy Girl Pida, Milky Kitty, people, you know, we see at the cons, we love, they're great performers, love note idols. Mm-hmm. So we watch a lot of idols in real life.
That's actually kind of like that's like our cool down period at the cons lately. Is just like, all right, guys, take a break, watch some idols.
Do you realize, I just realized that every con we go to, we get footage from that room, but it's really, that's where we get to relax.
Yeah, exactly.
It's the only time I actually get to sit down and just listen to music, and their music really re-energizes me to go back out because we put on like 19,000 steps at San Japan on that Friday.
You and Reed had a race going.
Yeah, I think on Friday when we got through and we looked at, I think Reed was at 19,000 plus, and I was at 17, almost about to touch 18. And I was like, he hung 2,000 miles. I mean, he hung 2,000 steps on me. We were killing ourselves. Mm-hmm. And the only time we rested, we're doing the Idol Festival.
Yeah.
On Saturday. I think that's the only reason I had like 14,000 on Saturday. 14 or 15,000 was because I went to the Idol Festival.
I think it was like an hour and a half or almost 2 hours.
I think it was almost 2 hours.
Just chilling in that room.
Yeah. And then we got to interview Cool Leanne and a lot of guests from there. So I like idols. But the thing that makes me like idols were these two animes. Love Live Idol Project and Love Live Idol Sunshine.
On that note, did you notice that Sunshine's got season 2 coming out?
Yes, I did.
Is it winter? Is it fall this year or is it spring next year? I don't remember what they announced it as. I think it might be fall this year.
I want to say it's fall. I think it's coming in October.
Yeah, so I got to do some catching up. Actually, Sunshine isn't the same group, right? It's a totally new group.
That's Aqua.
It's like, so that Sunshine is Aqua, whereas the first one is Muse. So yeah, I mean, I could probably just watch it, right? Like I don't have to know all of School Idol Project, right?
Okay.
Is it a different story or is it just a continuation with the same club?
Dude, so the first 2 seasons are Muse. That's the first girl group.
Yeah.
And then when Sunshine comes around, it's a new girl group, but they were inspired by Muse.
Is it even the same school?
Nope, totally different school. So they talk about the girls. You'll hear them talk about, and then when Muse did this, or when Muse performed here, you know, this is what happened. And you'll be like, they seem to know a lot about Muse. Well, you do too if you watch that.
Yeah. I mean, I'm
you
already
don't have to watch Sunshine. You don't have to watch Love Live Idol Project to appreciate Sunshine.
Yeah, I mean, I'm already done with season 1 anyway. I just have to watch season 2 at this point.
Yeah,
so I'll probably just grind out that and then go on to Sunshine because I probably want to watch season 2 of Sunshine while it's airing.
Oh God, I love it.
Yeah,
I never thought I would like an anime about cute high school girls bonding through the power of friendship and singing pop songs, but they're really well written dramas.
Yeah,
and they're super cute.
What?
Now, as I say, they're super cute. But there's a different show called, the Idol Master. Yeah. Idol Master's more slice of life and actually gets into a lot of the stuff that...
So Idol Master is supposed to be more of like a drama kind of thing where they like deal with kind of some of the issues with being
They deal with the stuff that they have to go through about, the practice and the tax on their life and the loss of a public life. Yeah. They deal with a little bit more drama on Idol Master than they do with Love Live.
Yeah, I think
Love Live is like high school girls that wanted to sing, and
that was more of a cutesy comedy, whereas
it's super cute, lots of funny moments.
Idol Master's more drama.
Oh yeah, no, Idol Master's going to tell you a great story, but it's definitely more drama.
Yeah,
I love it. I watched them all. If I had to say something, Idol Master probably I found it more interesting, but I'm a sucker for Love Live.
I just like moe shit, so I mean, like...
See, you really are about that.
I really am. Like, that's what's killing me about Clannad right now. Like, it's so goddamn cute. Like, the little... What's her name? The I don't want to say anything to spoil it for anybody else who might want to watch, but the short one, who's, like, the same age as the guy. Mm-hmm. Like, she's so fucking hilarious. I love her so much to death, but I feel like so many bad things are gonna happen, and it's gonna be centered around her. I'm gonna die.
I ain't telling you nothing.
Bro, have you seen you seen some of my anime gift collection? I have a gif of that little girl doing a Thriller dance with a party hat on. That's the best gif ever. I look at that whenever I want to be happy. I don't think that's gonna fix my sads anymore whenever I get through this series. That look.
I just look away.
Oh shit.
It's like when you know a wreck's coming and you look at your friend and say, he don't know this wreck's coming, but you're going to let him go through it. I'm going to let you go through it. You'll feel better. You'll feel better once you go through it.
The point is, I love Moe shit.
Yeah, I'm not really into cute. I mean, like, I'll watch cute. I have grandkids that are cute, so I like cute. I like puppies. You know, I like cute shit, but it's not, like, for the most part, I like things that are brutal and hurtful. But
not if they're brutal and hurtful towards puppies.
Can't be brutal and hurtful to a puppy. Don't hurt a baby, don't hurt a puppy. That's my rules.
You don't do that.
You can't do that. But yeah, if some cute girl goes through hell.
I feel like we're going to be referencing that a lot. Like this is like the third or fourth time now in the show.
Yeah, that is. You can't do that. Yeah. Everybody's going to figure out what that means one day.
Yeah. Watch School Live, guys. Just do it.
Yeah. Do you understand? Watch School Live and then call me and then say, they can't do that. You'll understand why I said it. Okay.
Oh, shit.
I'll give you another one. You like cute. Have you seen Your Lie in April?
No, that's actually the next one I'm watching. So, Clannad's right now. Next thing I'm watching is Your Lie in April. So, I'm probably going to be on medication in a few weeks and seeing a psychiatrist. But please keep on sending beautiful love letters and make sure I'm happy. But yeah, no, that's literally.
I can't believe that's your back-to-back.
I can't either, but I told you I did School Live and Madoka within a week of each other. So I mean, I feel like I can live. But those are also 12 episode shows or 12 and 13 episode shows, whereas this is 2 seasons and then another season.
Are you going to do Clannad and Clannad After Story?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, I
laughed a little too hard at that. I'm a dark person. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna do both.
And then go right into Your Lie in April.
Yeah, and I thought about it too. I was like, what else can I add to this shit show? But I can't think of anything else that's depressing. So there we go. Opening up to suggestions.
I'll give you another one.
No, I want to hear from the fans.
I'll give you one if you watch those two and you're like, you know what? There's just a shred of hope I have left. I wonder how I can rip that apart. Go straight to School Days from there.
Oh, fuck.
That's my cringe and tear all the hope out your chest.
Yeah, I forgot. I need to watch that.
Just going to shred you apart, man.
Isn't
you sure you wanted to do that knowing that we have a video game launch season coming up?
I mean, I already hate life during this time of year anyway, so fuck it.
Okay, you're good. Yeah. Your Lie in April's great stuff.
That's also music related too, I guess. So we're kind of back on topic.
Yeah, because he's a pianist and she's a violin player, and they do, the classical competitions. And it's just really neat to see these two form this relationship that's centered around music. And he can no longer hear music based on a personal tragedy. And it just talks about these people that come into his life and help him overcome that tragedy.
So it's kind of like a silent voice, except instead of not seeing the faces of people, he doesn't hear things.
He doesn't hear music. He can't hear it.
That's trippy.
It's going to be...
Speaking of feels, now that I mentioned it, everybody who's listening should pay attention to the Otaku News and look into supporting and seeing Silent Voice in theaters come October, I believe.
Yep, it is going to get a limited U.S. release finally.
Yeah, I believe it's coming. There's one theater in town here that's going to be showing it. However, they don't have tickets available yet, so...
I do know if you live in Amarillo, the closest theater to you will be Lubbock.
Rip.
Yeah. So you're going to have to go to Lubbock or Dallas. Oklahoma City. No, Lubbock's closer. So.
Yeah. What else you got? You got any other?
Oh yeah.
Fun, peppy, poppy shows.
One of my favorite animes was a slice of life drama called Kids on the Slope.
Oh yeah.
And it told the story of these talk about DJs. These kids who were into jazz music. And they started jazz, kind of jazz band. And they're high school kids. And it's, slice of life, little romantic, buddy comedy, drama. Definitely some things going on here. Definitely playing on some undercurrents of the 60s in Japan. Late 50s, early 60s. So not quite counterculture, but you're just definitely seeing through their eyes in Japan. So it's some cool stuff's going on in this show. A lot of deep subplots that I think made it probably more interesting for me. But the soundtrack kills me. I'm a jazz buff. Okay, so Coltrane, Miles Davis, Chet Baker.
So you got jazz in your family, even. So.
Yeah, I have a jazz. My brother's a jazz drummer. My dad used to be a guitarist. Had a gospel band in the family. That southern kind of funk gospel. The Daniel Brothers. So I come from a musical family and background. I was the only one that can't sing in my family. I cannot sing. I can rap my ass off. I can write lyrics. I got bars.
Bro, we're going to have to spit some anime bars in the future.
I got bars. Y'all think I'm playing. I actually almost wrote the Say in Japan rap. Like, I really was writing bars about it, and it's all anime based.
Off topic, Otaku Lounge sounds like a pretty badass anime based rap group.
It really would be a great rap name for a group. Otaku Lounge.
Bruh.
Yeah.
We better get our come up here.
Bruh. Don't bring a DJ in because I'll spit bars. I'll spit anime bars. Yeah. Like, I got some people that can tell you I can spit bars, dog. I'm not playing. I don't do it a lot.
I believe you.
Yeah. Back when I was a younger man, I thought I was going to be a rapper. My dad even thought I was going to be one because I was writing music and I was really like, I didn't know that you were supposed to write your stuff. So I just freestyled all the time. So I would go to shows and just get on a mic and then spit a rhyme about what was going on in the moment. And I didn't know that you were supposed to write or that you could get better if you wrote. I just thought you're supposed to freestyle everything. So when I first started, all I did was freestyle and I didn't know. So I think that's one of the best things about living in like the middle of nowhere in Louisiana was I didn't know that you were supposed to actually write. Yeah. But when I started writing, I became better at it. But I will freestyle your ass off. Like, we'll do it one day. Next time we're at an event, when we do our panel.
Oh, that would be an awesome
We will do a panel at one of our anime conventions. We will get the audience to pick 5 words. We'll pick 5 random audience members. They will give me 5 words, and I'll put those 5 words into the freestyle I bust.
Nice.
That's how we'll close our show out.
I like this.
Yeah. I won't even need a beat. We'll actually bring up a whiteboard, write the names. We'll write the words down so that y'all can scratch them off as I use them. And I'll look at the board and I'll freestyle based on those 5 words.
I really hope that somebody says like words like ahagio and bukkake and other dirty Japanese words. I really hope that those are the words that are picked.
Bro, I had somebody put hippopotamus in.
That's not even a dirty word. That's not my kind of humor.
Yeah, no, but that was somebody who was like, I'm going to make a tough word. And they went with hippopotamus. And then I dropped the jaw when I rhymed it. Yeah.
I like it. So where were we? Oh yeah, Kids on the Slope.
Kids on the Slope. Yeah, dude, great show. And the thing I like about it is it does use that Chet Baker soundtrack, and it does have those old jazz classics and standards. It was almost like a love letter to jazz, kind of like Tonkatsu DJ was a love letter to hip hop.
Yeah.
Kids on the Slope is a love letter to jazz.
That's cool.
And it plays a lot of those old songs. They do a phenomenal cover of Chet Baker's, but not for me. And it still tugs on my heartstrings when I hear that song. I love that song. But it was a good show, really great show. And that's the thing I like about anime. A lot of times that you'll watch an anime and you'll see, oh my God, this song is driving me crazy. I have to own that song.
Dude, that's what happened to me. And actually, we can move into that topic. We can move into that topic next too. That's what happened to me while watching 18F.
Oh my God.
Season okay, so just for anybody else who's watching in season with us, if you don't think 18F's your favorite, you probably think what else would we say is top 3?
Gamers.
Yeah, so Gamers if you're really in the rom-com slice of life.
Yeah.
And then there's one more that we were talking about that we have like
it's a tough season to pick, man.
Yeah.
This has been a great season, though.
Yeah, 18F, if you're like just really in the creative awesomeness, that's probably your top pick. If you're just in the psychedelic kind of mystery, kind of like crazy, just weirdness in general, like that's probably your top pick. That show blows my mind with how creative every episode's been and how different every episode's been. And I just freaking discovered today that every episode has a different director, which explains why the art styles differ.
The art style changes
so
every
much.
episode.
And then what's it called?
The ending song changes.
The ending
every
song
episode.
is different every episode, and it's sung by the voice actress who did the select Sleeping Beauty or Witch of the episode. And the episode that killed me was, I think, episode 3 or 4, whenever it was the little girl in the coma who's never been in love. Yeah. And then, I don't want to spoil it for anybody.
Just shut up right there. You get it.
That's good, actually. That's perfect. But yeah, no, like the song that's sung after at the end of the episode is so damn amazing and beautiful, but heartbreaking, because it tells basically the story of that little girl, kind of in musical form.
Did you go translate it?
No, it was on Crunchyroll. They had the closed captioning.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
So I was just like watching it and listening to the music, and I was like, man, this is sad, but I love it. And I went and found it, and I downloaded it off of Google, and now it's on my computer now.
I'll tell you what surprised me about this, and also San Japan fans will tell you they're big about this. Teddy Lloyd. Teddy Lloyd is the musical director for that show.
Oh, the guy who did the opening theme, right?
Yeah, he does the opening theme.
He does one of the closers too, but I don't remember which episode it is.
Yeah, and he performed at San Japan for the rave one night, and he DJ'd the fashion show.
Nice.
So Teddy Lloyd is pretty big in his own right, but here he is. He does that song, the opening song for 18.
I actually love that song. It's not like a song that you just like get up and dance or jam to. It's just like it's a chill, like bassy electronic song.
Yeah, we would call that tech. It's down tempo, but it's almost chill tech.
Yeah, I would say it's like, yeah, definitely something to that nature. But that song alludes to the entire series of just like trippy, psychological, mysterious like events that happen. Like that one intro song kind of alludes to the entire season of just trippiness. So yeah, no, that show, that music wise, I know it's not a focus for the show, but the fact that they do that every episode, at the end of every episode, it's a different song, and it's done by the voice actress who did the main girl of that episode. It's so freaking cool to watch. And another sad one is that first super weird animated episode where they're like, it's almost like stop animation looking. Mm-hmm. That ending song's sad too. The one, because that one's like where the three friends and shit happened.
Oh.
Yeah. And that song.
I didn't want to. Bro, it was hard enough getting through that episode, so I didn't even look at those lyrics.
Yeah.
I do, I just realized something. Every time I finish an episode, I never listen. I just hear the song, but I don't read the lyrics.
Yeah. So what I do with shows is I'll actually sit through the opening and the ending once. And if I'll do it again for the next like 2 episodes or so, and if nothing changes, then I just start skipping those.
Yep.
But shows like School Live, shows like Gurren Lagann, where the intro actually changed throughout the season, I actually sat through those every single time. So School Live, we know what it's about, and we know how the intro changes throughout the season as it progresses. Gurren Lagann, same exact way, where eventually Kamina's not there anymore.
Oh, you're just gonna shit on everybody?
Yeah,
Tell that. Just go.
That one's old. That one's old enough.
Yeah, bro. I just watched it for the first time.
Really?
I just started
it's
it.
So good.
No, I just started. I just got to that. I just finished that. I'm on episode 9.
Yeah.
I know
it hit you so early too in the show,
bro. I'm like, bro, we're 8 episodes in, and this is how you doing shit. Yeah. I respect it. I respect a show like that where it's like, hey, because we talk about this all the time, like with the Game of Thrones effect, where it's like, don't get attached to any of these characters.
Yeah. Some
of them are not making it to a season 2. Some of them aren't going to make it to episode 12.
Yep.
And I love shows like that.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of anime shows like that. I didn't know what Gurren Lagann was going to do. Nobody told me. They were just like, the show's going to hit you in the feels. And I went, really? They went, it's going to get you in the feels. And I was like,
I would classify it as the best feelsy shonen mech anime. Like, it is the only shonen mech. Well, I guess some of the Gundams are kind of feelsy.
Bro, have you not watched Iron Blooded Orphans?
I watched it, but it was like, it wasn't like political enough like the past ones. It was almost too just personal drama, more so than the actual like.
Bro, it was almost a story of child soldiers.
Yeah, But that's happening right now in real life, so it's not really.
That's why I thought it was such a poignant story. So I was like, dang, they really going for some deep stuff here. That's a deep cut. I
that one was definitely like a drama, good, like a feels kind of.
Oh, that was too. Game of Thrones.
Yeah, that was no. People,
that was Game of Thrones.
People were not there the next episode.
Yeah, I'm like telling everybody. Like I had a friend of mine start. He said, "Man, I love this show." I said, "Don't get attached to anybody on this show."
Nope.
Why? Nobody's safe. Nobody. All the main characters that are in the title credit don't fall in love. Nobody's safe. He may show up in one credit one time, be dead 5 seconds into the show. Don't get attached. It was a great show. Took me on a journey. Yeah, I mean, that's, you know who else I've been listening to? I love New Game.
Yeah.
And I just learned this week that the voice actresses, for them, I was looking for Forfolium. I was trying to figure out who the hell is Forfolium, because all these songs for New Game, the opening theme and the closing theme for the first 6 episodes of season 2, freaking cute pop songs. Mm-hmm. And I was like, I don't know who's making this J-pop song, but I have to find this band. Who is Forfolium? Only to find out it's the 4 voice actresses voicing the lead. They are the.
I need to figure out who Yoon is. And then, like, let's see if some of her other voice credits, because I want to see if she does that same accent, that same Japanese dialect that she does for Yoon and other shows, because that's like my favorite part. That's my favorite thing about that show is Yoon's voice. Yoon is like the girl who kind of like dresses like semi-goth, not like American goth people, but like gothic, like Victorian-ish.
Oh, the blonde?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I love her voice so much.
She has a baby brother and baby sister.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, I love her voice. It's like, I think it's the Osakan accent or dialect.
Really?
Yeah. I forget what it's called exactly. It's like one of my favorite videos on YouTube, actually. Somebody actually took a lot of her voice lines and laid them over like this super just like peppy little happy like da-da-da song. And then, it's like my favorite video on YouTube right now. We might even include that in the description or something. Or actually, I'll put that on the Facebook group. That's a lot easier to do than remember this upload in a week. But yeah, I know I love New Game so much. It's such a fun little anime. But I love slice of life, and I love video games, and I love video game development. So that show is like catered to me, and it's moe as fuck.
Oh yeah, no.
That show is like basically how do we satisfy everything Zane's into? New Game.
Yeah, no, I won't even lie. And I watch, and the thing that's weird about it is I watch that. This is a show where I'm like, cute girls trying to make it in the video game industry. And they're super cute.
Yeah.
It is super cute all the time.
The only one that makes me uncomfortable is Aoba. The purple.
The lead.
Yeah, that's the only one that makes me uncomfortable because like she's like always kind of talked down to, kind of always acts immature-ish, and like basically is essentially
but she just came out of high school and went straight to work.
I know, but I've seen high school anime girls that look more mature and legal than her. But like I said,
she really does look underage.
Yeah, it is. It is a moe anime though, so 90% of the girls are gonna look.
But see, that's my thing. Even on that show, people say, "Who's your favorite character?" That grown ass woman, Yumiko.
Yeah,
that's a grown ass woman.
Yeah, I love every episode she's in because she's hilarious.
Yeah, she's an airsoft freak.
Yeah.
So I'm like, yeah, her and I can talk. She's grown.
Her and Reed can talk about airsoft.
Oh, I swear to God, if there's a woman in Japan that would be Reed's perfect bride, it's Yumiko.
Yeah.
Like, if I met her, I'd be like, you're going to be my daughter-in-law. You have to be my daughter-in-law. I need you to meet somebody because this boy's going to need our help. Love him.
Oh, shit. Shout out to Reed.
Yeah, oh, man. Got to shout out to the cameraman, Reed, man. He's the reason we get to look so good when we're at these conferences, man. Cool.
Let's see. Do we have
any other ones?
I guess the only other thing I wanted to mention, just on the same note as 18F, is just like, this one's kind of old, so a lot of people have probably seen it by now or avoided it because of stigma. But Akiba Strip, or also known as Akiba Strip, popular game on PlayStation, I believe, where you just fight girls and undress them by beating them up. The anime that I don't remember if
Isn't it called Akibahara?
No, Akiba Strip.
No, I mean, isn't that the name of the point? City.
That's where they're at, is Akihabara. They're in, which is shortened to Akiba for a lot of people. So Akiba Strip is an anime where the 3 main female lead characters are also a like group. They're actually a VA group that goes by the name of Earphones. And there's a show that they were on before that they did the opening. They did 4 singles for, I believe. Really? And then their 5th single was the opening song for Akiba's Trip. And that show is cool with that sense, as well as every episode ends with a different artist's music featured. So like episode 1 through I think 13 they have, or 12 or 13, something like that.
I want to say it was a 12 episode. It could have been a 13, but I know every episode had a different closing artist.
Yeah, they all had different artists. The opening was done by the voice actresses. The voice actors have their own group, Earphones, which have done music for other shows that they were, or another show they were on before. That's just alone right there, musically speaking, is pretty damn impressive to me. Like, as much as it is kind of a fan servicey show, it's also an extremely intelligent show because it covers like every facet of otaku. Like, they have the radio otakus, the wrestling otakus, the gamer otakus, the idol lover otakus. Like, pretty much any way you can be considered an otaku, they had an episode on it.
Yeah, and that's the thing I think a lot of people don't understand is when we say otaku, there's no difference between otaku and the word geek.
Yeah,
they're so interchangeable.
Yeah.
So if somebody says, "What are you, a shortwave radio geek?" That's a shortwave radio otaku in Japan, meaning this is a person who's they're up on the hottest equipment and the lingo, and they just nerd out over their particular thing. Yeah. Wrestling fans.
Yeah.
Wrestling fans. There are otaku wrestling fans that keep up with the New Japan Wrestling, WWE. They know all the stars, the stories. They follow them all on Twitter. We have a lot of otaku wrestling fans listening to this show.
Yeah.
And one day we're going to do a show just for those guys.
We got to feature Lady Beard. Is that his name?
Man, if I could get Lady Beard on here, it's a wrap, bro. It's a wrap. I'm just bringing that dude on.
We need it. Okay, so what we'll do then is we'll start the Otaku Lounge rap group, and we'll bring him on to feature him as a screamer because that's what else he does. So we'll have him some rap metal song, and we'll have him like screaming, and then we'll have like the rap come in, and then we can just switch to reggae for a second, and I'll come in, and then we'll go back into metal rap. That sounds fun.
I'm down with that.
But yeah, no, that's all. That's the last thing I really want to talk about. Like, I did put down here some like special mentions, like for if anybody is like interested in getting into Vocaloids. There's 2 artists that I super recommend. Deco 27, so DECO asterisk 27, because that's how it's spelled. Mm-hmm. He makes Hatsune Miku sound like a real person. Like, he does an amazing job taking a Vocaloid and making it sound like a real girl. I mean, technically it is a real girl's voice. That's just, they have recorded that, and then now everybody remasters it and reuses it and changes pitch and tone and everything else. But he makes Miku sound like a real girl, not like some post-processed Vocaloid. Mm-hmm. Another one another honorable mention is 40MP. This guy uses Miku, Gumi, and then the twins. I can't remember their name. The blonde Vocaloid, like the brother.
I don't follow any Vocaloids.
Anybody who's listening probably knows if they're into Vocaloids. I forget what their names are. I think it's like Rin and Reen or Rin and something like that. Like, it's not Rim and Ram, but it's something like that. He uses a bunch of different Vocaloids, and he doesn't like make them sound like real people, but he makes them jams. And he also makes some chill jams, like stuff.
I learned this week that you and I have 2 totally definitions of jams.
Well, I think jam is subjective.
Yeah.
Which is beautiful, because I don't want everybody to just jam the same way, because then we all just be jamming and it wouldn't be that fun. It'd be fun because we jamming.
We definitely have 2 different definitions. Like, some stuff you send me, I go, that is jamming. Then you send me some other stuff and I'll be like, well, see, not on my jam list.
I grew up punk rocker, reggae guy. Like, I used to just skank and just mosh, and like which is a weird combination, like going to a punk show and there's reggae there and just like moshing real quick, head banging.
I grew up listening to Bad Brain,
going into fucking skanking mode and shit. Like, yeah. Other honorable mentions, just real quick. These are not Vocaloids, but Wanima is a punk rock, ska, pop punk, reggae.
You've turned me on to them.
I love Wanima. Wanima. They are amazing. And if they have a show while we're in Japan, I am leaving y'all's asses to go see that.
Them and Angry Frog Rebirth, I think, probably do the most fun ska rock thing.
Mm-hmm. And then the last honorable mention that I have here is Shishamo, cute little 3-piece group that was formed in high school in 2010, 3 girls. Interesting thing about them, one, their name is the name of a tiny fish. I don't remember if the Shishamo has a different name in English, but I know that that's what they call this specific species of tiny fish. Mm-hmm. And another interesting fact is that their former bassist, like the bassist who they formed the group with, made a promise to herself that she would leave the group at age 20, which in Japan is whenever you're considered an adult. So I guess she was just like, yeah, I'm done with kitty stuff when I turn 20. She got her name was Matsumoto Aya. Her replacement's name was Matsuoka. Yeah, Matsuoka Aya. Same exact given name, and then the first half of their family names were the same. And actually, their given names are spelled with, or they're written exactly the same with the kanji, and then their last names, the Matsu part, is the same exact kana or kanji. So like they basically had almost identical names, and they played the same instrument, and they came in and out of the same band. It's kind of just a really fun, interesting fact about them.
And what's their name?
Shishamo, Shishamo. They're just fun. Like they play like light rock. Like they're basically like a real life. If K-On was a real life group, they'd kind of be like K-On. Really just fun, just happy, like jam and kind of like light rock. Like it's not like they don't go hard. They're pretty soft, like soft, light, happy rock.
You know, and we could probably do another hour just talking music. I would love to bring Martha Coleman on just to talk about music anime, because Bleach had an amazing soundtrack. I don't know if you all, I watched all 366 of that one, and they had a really good soundtrack, and there were a lot of great rock artists that they did. So we could definitely start sharing some of this music on our Team Lift Otaku Lounge page on Facebook.
Yeah.
Start putting some music videos in there and getting people introduced to the music. If you have some picks that you think we should have covered and we missed, we always love to hear from you. You can definitely send that to the email at Team Lift. Go teamlift@gmail.com. Want to hear what you got for picks. You got any other ones we're going to close it out with?
Not really. I mean, I have some other things just listed out here that I was brainstorming with, like Alexandros is badass electronic music.
I love Alexandros.
And then Man with a Mission is just like hard rock and pop group that sings with wolf masks on. They do all of their shows with wolf masks on.
They're the Slipknot of Japanese rock.
Yeah, they're pretty freaking awesome. Like, I love their music.
Yeah, I do too. They actually, speaking of, did the theme song to season 1 of Iron-Blooded Orphans.
Oh.
That's how I know them.
I didn't even notice.
Yeah, bro, I'm telling you, I'm all over the map, bro. I watch a lot of anime and I buy a lot of Japanese rock, man. I buy a lot of music, bro. We definitely could get in. I mean, this is where you start going down a rabbit hole.
If we talked about, if we went on, I mean, I could go on for hours. Like I said, I'm in too deep. I'm not coming out. I'm stuck in Wonderland.
Oh, yeah, no, if I just went through the playlist on my phone, I have one that's for Korean, and then I have one that's for Japanese. We just went through the playlist on my phone. We'd be here for another hour. But, yeah, we're going to get on out of here. We'll call it a wrap, and then we'll meet here, same bad time, same bad channel next week, and we can discuss some more stuff about anime and introducing people to the wonderful, wonderful world of otaku culture. Sound good to you?
Sounds good to me.
All right, guys, man, it's always been a pleasure working with you. We're about to get up out of here. I'm about to go dope up on medicine and try to get over this cold that I've been fighting for, I guess, 8 days now. And as we always say, peace. Thanks for listening to the Team Lift Otaku Lounge with your hosts, Zane Lopez and Roderick McDaniel. Please join us again next week as we discuss more things about anime and otaku culture. And be sure to follow us on our Twitter pages at GoTeamLift, as well as our personal pages at AmelianSampsons and at Coach Silky. Please subscribe to our YouTube page at www.youtube.com/TeamLift. And if you have any questions about anime or otaku culture in general, please drop us a line at goteamlift@gmail.com. Thank you so much and have a great week.